Welcome to chapter 3. It occurred to me that it seems like I had this all figured out. It seems like it just happened so fluidly, and I guess in a sense it did, but at the time there was a lot of personal resistance. So I wanted to take this week to talk about the realistic expectations while going through this transformation, while recovering, and show you where I was at while it was happening. Of course, it's easy to talk about now because I look back on it and there's a lot of stuff that I can laugh about. There's a lot of stuff that I'm like, oh, well, there was a lesson in that, or yeah, we didn't like that, so we changed that. And so I just start thinking about, I'm laughing and crying with gratitude, and I feel like I'm like, I don't want to say overselling because I don't bullshit, but during those times, my depression was still there. My anxiety was still there. Oh my gosh. My anxiety, if you don't know me personally, I am a professional worrywart. I worry about everything. I have to be prepared for everything. One thing about the journey I know people are probably already questioning is, how did you find the time to do all of that? And I don't want to say what company I was working for at the time, but I went on short-term disability through my employer. And because I knew that it was short-term, I just packed as much stuff as I could that either was going to make me healthier, something that was going to be beneficial. I was doing a lot of art at the time. I was reading a lot of Eastern philosophy books. I was really trying to tune into what caused this, how do I correct this, and where is finding my hope for the future again. So it was a very short period that I was able to do all of this at once. Second of all, let's clear some crap up. So with the pastel accounts, with my eating disorder, I did not want to develop another unhealthy habit. So people that know me probably are like, well, Hex, you were smoking and drinking during that time. Yes, one step at a time. One step at a time. I did not want to add more bad decisions and create more bad habits. I just want to clear the air that I did have bad habits back then. I still had bad habits, but when it came to eating, I wanted to get that on a healthy direction so the rest of my life could go in a healthy direction. Third of all, I know that I said within a 6-month period, I gained 30 pounds. That is including the month that I got out of the hospital and I started doing my walks and working out, doing my strength training. And then when I went to Krav Maga, they had a 30-day challenge, and everybody else was trying to do weight loss, and I was the only one that needed to do weight gain. And because I was so stubborn, my instructors came up with a basically routine plan with me, and I had to eat a lot in order to keep my mass because I was still doing a lot of endurance. So they could not stop me, but they helped me. 30-day challenge was a massive motivator. One, because I was the only one trying to gain weight. And so I felt like I'm very competitive. If you don't know me in person, I'm very, very fucking competitive. So I was like, I'm the only one trying to gain weight. and everybody else is trying to lose weight, and I'm gonna fucking win this. And I did. by a landslide. And with all of the endurance and stuff like that, I had to do strength training. So that required me to stay at the gym longer. So I loved bag class, I loved Krav, but realistically, they wanted me to do all of the strength training, and basically, like, everything was for power instead of speed. And so it was not a walk in the park. Yes, the gym brought me joy, but on a personal, level, I was completely lost in my identity. I was very worried about what the future was going to hold. I will not disclose what caused my eating disorder, ever, but it felt like the end of the world for me. And so that was just a symptom of the grief that I was going through. And when I say I'm trying to pinpoint what caused all of this, we're wearing makeup. I learned during that time that it is very important to give yourself time in between events. The resting period, the stillness. Just a lot of people go through something and then go right into some more risky business, and that was my life. I did not give myself time to mourn. I did not give myself time to, move on. I would just snowball. And this was the period of my time that I actually learned how to be still and how to accept the moment that I was in.